Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be going over the MLB slate on DraftKings and Yahoo for Monday, August the 12th. I am back from a short little vacation. I did take one more quick break before this MLB season ends. Had a little 4 or 5 days off with my family. Didn't really play any DFS, didn't make any videos. But I'm back covering this Monday slate. Talking about this slate, we're going to look on DraftKings and Yahoo, go over these 8 games. Start off with pitching. We'll work our way from top to bottom. I'll be sure to hit on all the pitchers that I like for today. Then we'll look at some batters I really like, and we will talk about some stacks that I really like as well. Before we do get started, guys, I would appreciate it if you would drop a like on the video. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button down below so that way you don't miss out on any of my new videos. So at the top of the pitcher player pool today, Zack Greinke is our most expensive option. He is $10,700 on DraftKings, and on Yahoo, Greinke is also the most expensive pitcher at $53. So Greinke is definitely the number one guy for me today in a matchup with the White Sox. I like this spot a lot for Zack Greinke. He's going to be a pitcher that I rely on a lot today. I'm going to play quite a bit of him. Very heavy favorite here, minus 269. Low total for the White Sox, 3.6 implied run total. We know how heavy of a strikeout lineup this is. The White Sox strike out a ton versus right-handed pitching. It is a great spot for Zack Greinke. He did struggle a lot in his debut with the Astros in a home matchup with the Rockies. He did allow 7 hits and 5 runs through 6 innings. Only got 2 strikeouts, 6 DraftKings points. Obviously, I would expect a much better performance here from Greinke. I think this is a bounce-back spot for him. And if you just look at the other guys priced around him, you have Erod in a tough matchup against Cleveland, and Joey Lucchesi, who's in a good spot but is overpriced at $10K. Greinke just clearly stands out as the number one guy. Pretty talented pitcher facing a really bad offense. Feels like a pretty good spot for Zack Greinke. And at 10-7, compared to where he's priced to the other 10K guys, he's the number one pitcher for me on today's slate. Then SP2, it gets really tough. Like, if you just look at some of the options we have, like Desclafani for $9,600 against the Nationals, feels like an easy pass. Zach Plesac for $9,400 against the Red Sox, that's a no for me. Dylan Cease against the Astros at $9,100 is a no. Brendan McKay, I do like at $8,700 against the Padres, but $8,700 for McKay just feels like sort of just an overpay. You don't really need to pay that much for him on this slate. Finding value is pretty tough today. Like, we don't have really any cheap options that we can go to. Like the Rangers are going to be doing a bullpen game. It looks, or not the Rangers, the Blue Jays are going to be doing a bullpen game. It looks like Tom Eshelman's going to be starting for the Orioles supposedly. We obviously don't want to target him against the Yankees. Looks like the Yankees in Game 2 of that doubleheader, they're going to be doing a bullpen game. But then you have like Peter Lambert in Coors. You have Merrill Kelly in Coors. But the guy that does stand out to me for value is Ariel Gerardo, $6,800, pretty cheap compared to some of the other pitching options on this slate. And he is in a pretty favorable matchup here facing the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays do strike out versus right-handed pitching. You can definitely get some Ks from this Blue Jays lineup. We don't have a total in this game. It's going to be interesting to see what the Blue Jays total is. I wouldn't imagine it's going to be too high because Gerardo is not a terrible pitcher. He's been better lately. He's definitely been up and down this year, but you can get some good starts out of Gerardo. I did stack against him in that Cleveland start, and he was actually pretty good. 7 innings, only allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, did give up a home run, 18 DraftKings points. If we get 15, 20 DraftKings points from Gerardo, which I think we definitely can, that feels like an easy win on today's slate with just how bad pitching is, at least for finding cheap pitching. So I like going to Gerardo on DraftKings at $6,800. You can definitely consider him on Yahoo as well at just $26. If you want to punt your SP2 spot, I think he does make sense, but I'm going to spend up a little bit more and get to Joey Lucchesi. I did mention Lucchesi on DraftKings. I really don't have interest in him at $10K on DraftKings where he's so closely priced to Zack Greinke. But over on Yahoo, there's a big discount between Greinke and Lucchesi. Lucchesi at just $35, in my opinion, makes a ton of sense as a cheap SP2. Home matchup with the Rays. This is a Rays team that does have some strikeouts in this lineup versus left-handed pitching. Also, the Rays are going to be traveling to the National League, so they're going to lose their DH. They're going to have to put a pitcher in the lineup, which is pretty much a free strikeout. So I do like Lucchesi a lot on Yahoo, where he's only $35. That's really where I only have interest in him today. But that's kind of it for pitching for me. Like, pitching's really bad. Even at the top, it's pretty bad. Besides Greinke, like, you don't want to pay $10,300 for Eduardo Rodriguez against the Indians. You don't want to or you don't want to pay $9K plus for guys like Plesac and Cease when they're facing the Red Sox and the Astros. So I feel like I'm gonna be spending a lot for Greinke. He's gonna be a guy I go to a lot. And then for SP2, I'm gonna be mixing in guys like McKay at 8,700. I'll have a little bit of. I'll have a lot of Gerardo as a value pitcher. Might have some Eric Fede 6,200 as a value pitcher. Don't really see myself going to the pitchers and cores. Maybe some Jose Suarez against the Pirates, but that also just feels like an overpay. Nearly 8K for Suarez, even in a tough matchup, just doesn't feel like a guy I need to go to. So definitely on DraftKings, a lot of my builds are going to be Greinke and Gerardo. That's where I'm going to look to the most. But let's go ahead and talk about some bats now. So there's definitely a couple of games, I should say, that really stand out. So we do have a Coors Field game, 7 implied run total right now for the Diamondbacks against Peter Lambert, and 7.2 implied run total for the Rockies against Merrill Kelly. This game is going to be a game I look to a lot for hitting. Looking at Yahoo pricing, there's some clear standout plays on Yahoo, like Dyson leading off at only $14. Peralta at $16 feels way too cheap. Adam Jones is only $11. If you need a cheap catcher, Chris Iannetta is minimum salary at $7. Ian Desmond at $11 feels like a great play. Even Murphy at $17 feels like a great play. Blackman feels underpriced at $20. So I'm definitely going to be looking to this Coors game a lot for hitting. And then assuming Tom Eshelman starting for the Orioles, we don't have a confirmed starter right now since this is a doubleheader today. It looks like Paxton and Yanoa are going to be going in the game 1. We don't know yet who's going to go in game 2, but DraftKings has it listed as Tom Eshelman. And if Eshelman is pitching for the Orioles, I want to have a ton of exposure to the Yankees. There's some clear standout plays on the Yankees side as well. Looking at Yahoo pricing, Torres at only $14, Mike Ford only $9, Aaron Judge at $18, Didi at $16. Those guys really stand out as plays. We'll start off with the Yankees, though, since we're talking about them. I do like Gleyber Torres a lot on both sides. $4,400 on DraftKings and $14 on Yahoo. He's going to be a guy that I look to a lot today. And the Yankees, assuming it's Tom Eshelman pitching, are going to be a team that I go to a ton. Yankees in a great spot. Eshelman is a terrible pitcher. He just gives up a ton of home runs to both sides of the plate. Doesn't really get strikeouts either. Pretty good hitting weather, 85 degrees in the Yankee Stadium, which is obviously one of the more hitter-friendly parks. Love this spot for the Yankees. I think they're definitely a team you can look to. Maybe if you're trying to get away from Coors Field, the Yankees are definitely a team that I'm going to have some exposure to today. Then going back to DraftKings, I do like Aaron Judge a lot as well. Judge at $4,400 feels just too cheap for this matchup with Eshelman. I know Judge has been slumping lately, but $4,400 against a terrible pitcher and Eshelman in a great hitter's park, just too cheap of a price tag for Aaron Judge. If you're stacking the Yankees, he's one of the clear plays, in my opinion, especially on DraftKings, given that price tag. But then going over to this Coors Field game, there are some standout plays on this game as well. So two guys I really like going to Yahoo. I really like David Peralta at only $16, and I like Jared Dyson leading off at only $14. I'm going to have a ton of exposure to both sides. I think both teams are great stacks. Merrill Kelly and Peter Lambert both are terrible pitchers, so you can get exposure to the Diamondbacks and the Rockies. If you want to do a full game stack of this game, I don't mind it at all. It's just going to be really tough to fit in a game stack with like Greinke, so you're probably going to have to pay down a pitcher. Like if I want to get a full game stack of this game on Yahoo, you might be able to do it with Greinke, but if you can't, you'll probably have to go like Lucchesi and Gerardo. But that should allow you to get in as much cores as you want. But Peralta at 16, Dyson at 14, both feel underpriced on Yahoo. Great matchup with Peter Lambert. Peter Lambert, pull up his game log real quickly. He's just been terrible this year. Away from Coors, in Coors Field, it doesn't really matter. Lambert has really struggled. Last start against the Astros got blown up for 9 runs through 3 innings. Even against the Giants, a somewhat easy matchup, he still gave up 4 runs through 6 innings. He's given up a home run in almost every start that he's made this year. Love the spot for the D-backs. Their pricing on Yahoo specifically is really nice. On DraftKings, it's a little bit tougher to get to them because DraftKings did adjust the pricing. But there are some guys that stand out, like Jake Lamb at $4,300. I doubt Wilmer Flores is in the lineup, but if he is at $3,800, he could be a value play. Jake Lamb, though, is a guy that I do want to talk about. I like him a lot here on the D-back side on DraftKings. You can definitely play Jake Lamb on Yahoo as well. He's only $14. If you're stacking the D-backs, he's a clear go-to if you want to go to him. But I like him a lot on DK at $4,300. Great spot against Peter Lambert. Like I said, just a bad pitcher, giving up a lot of home runs this year to both sides of the plate. It's a great hitter's park. Pretty good hitting weather as well, 85 degrees with a little bit of humidity. This is just going to be a game that I feel like is going to have a ton of runs scored. So love going to Lamb on both sides. Definitely on DraftKings, though, at 4,300. And then on the Rocky side, you can go to guys like Blackman, Arenado, Story, Desmond. Chris Iannetta on Yahoo at minimum salary feels like one of the best catcher plays of the day. 7.2 implied run total for the Rockies against Merrill Kelly. Rockies are definitely a team I'm going to have some exposure to as well. But I think that's it for my 3 hitters for today. Talking about stacks, I pretty much already covered it. Yankees I really like, and this Coors game I like a lot. Don't really think I'm going to be going anywhere else, though. You could definitely go to some Astros against Dylan Cease, but just looking at their pricing on Yahoo, all the top 7 hitters are over $20. It is very hard to get an Astro stack in with expensive pitching. I would much rather play guys like Blackman for 20, Arenado for 19, rather than paying like 27 for Jordan and like 25 for Bregman. Astros are going to be more of a secondary team. Definitely not going to be a team I go too heavy on. That's going to be Coors Field and the Yankees for me today. But I think that pretty much is it for stacks, guys, and I think that pretty much is it for the video. Hopefully you did enjoy this video, and hopefully it did help you. Like I said at the beginning, I did take a quick break, 4 or 5 days without making videos, but there's really not going to be any more breaks for a while. NFL season's approaching, so I do want to get content out as much as possible for NFL season. Still going to be uploading as much as I can during the MLB season as well. Just getting out as many videos as possible for you guys. So if you are enjoying the content, make sure you drop a like down below. I would really appreciate it. And make sure, if you have not subscribed yet, you do hit that subscribe button before you get out of here. And if you have any questions, like always, you can hit me up on Twitter at the DFS_GOAT, or you can leave any comments down in the comment section. Feel free to comment there if you want to, if you can't message me on Twitter. But yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you in the next one. Good luck tonight, guys. Peace.